Hi, this is Chuck.
And this is Karen.
And this is our show,
What If It Really Works?
A Practical Guide to Spirituality. And Karen, who is this?
Well, we have just found out about him. We found out when we found out he was coming to Austin, we decided that might be a really wonderful opportunity to meet him and share him with our viewers. This is Michael Tellinger, and he is from South Africa. He is a teacher, an actor, an author, a speaker, a musician, and he uses all of his talents to do the work that he's here on the planet to do. His latest book is called Temples of the African Gods, Revealing the Ancient Hidden Ruins of Southern Africa. And we just got to listen to 3 hours of him, so we know that what he's going to say and share with us today for each of you will be something that will be a blessing and open your eyes. Thank you, Michael, for being with us.
Thank you.
So, Michael, let me see if I can synthesize for our viewer what I heard you say, and then you can kind of fill in the blanks.
I think that's a good idea.
The blanks start with the fact that there is a great year procession, and it's a 26,000 year period of time around which the Earth goes in an elliptical orbit around the galaxy?
Around an axis. It wobbles. It's the wobble, yeah.
Okay, so it goes around an axis. And during that time, that's one of the periods of time that we can talk about intelligently in today's language. But what you're saying is that you have found evidence in South Africa specifically that there were communities 225,000 years ago or longer that knew what they were doing, and they had access to incredible technologies that we don't know about today. And that somehow or another these communities may have been planted by people from someplace else, and that in the process it began to look like where we are today is that they created the civilization here as kind of a slave civilization. They put up some rules that make us feel like we have free will, but they don't have free will. And what you're saying is the way out of this is to rethink what we're doing and reimagine what we're doing. Is that a close synopsis of what you said?
Yeah, it certainly touches on some important elements, but I think it also my work is, I believe, important from the respect that I present physical evidence of this vast vanished civilization in southern Africa that we can now link to early humans and humanity, and creation stories by ancient cultures, and the Sumerian texts that can be connected to the activities in southern Africa, and the deities that we read in the Sumerian texts about, the Anu, Enlil, Enki Trinity, and what they were doing on Earth, and how they came to Earth looking for gold, and they found it in vast quantities in southern Africa. And then they needed to get the gold out of the ground, and they created a genetically modified species, which is us, to get this gold out of the ground. But part of that deal was that they imbued the species with enough DNA and genetic material, which many of our scientists have been calling junk DNA, which is actually the DNA that allows us to rise in consciousness and become very advanced beings of high consciousness and actually connect to the source of all things, or the morphogenic field and so forth. And the evidence that I share with the world in my books and my research points to this. It shows that the Anunnaki, as they're referred to in the Sumerian tablets, had advanced knowledge. They wanted gold for specific reasons, and that is a big question, obviously, what they did with the gold. It's a huge debate that will take hours. And that's where humanity gets our obsession with gold, and it continues today. The processes that were employed to get the gold out of the ground are echoed in some of the tools and artifacts and the technology that they left behind. And this is the most important thing. The Holy Grail, the best kept secret by the Illuminati, or the controlling bodies of the world, the secret societies that, or the draconian few that are trying to control the rest of humanity. And that is the control of energy, free energy, not allowing people to have an access to free energy. Well, those days are over. We have more than 10 million circular stone structures in South Africa that give us free energy every second of every day. So the question, have we got free energy, is no longer valid.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've heard in talking with Foster and Kimberly Gamble at the Thrive Movement is that this business of free energy is the key issue
Absolutely.
for the entire global civilization.
Absolutely.
And what we're hearing all the time now is we have passed the tipping point on this.
Yeah.
That they can't keep the secret any longer hidden, that there are free energies. They can try to control that we use it, but that it cannot be hidden any longer.
Yeah, it's gone beyond that. And it's just a matter of time now before the free energy devices will become available to humanity. And I just urge everyone and anyone out there who's a designer, or inventor, or developer, who's developed free energy, please do not try and keep it to yourself. Do not try and become rich from it. You will become infinitely rich. Put it on the internet. Show everybody how to do it, how to make it. Draw the models of it. Push enter on your computer. Let it go viral. But be ready to manufacture it and make it for the people, because they'll read it and they'll want one of those, and they'll email you to send them one of those, and they'll be happy to pay you for it. Because once they've got it and it gives them free energy forever, that's the plan. It's got to be free energy. But while we still work in a money system and we still have money that controls the world, we need to use that to get this free energy to as many people as we can. So do not hold on to your free energy plans or models. Share it with everybody. You will become infinitely rich and be able to use that money while we still have time to use the money before that collapses.